What is sin? Sin is an act that goes against the moral law of a particular religion, belief system, or culture. It involves immoral or wrongful behavior that can carry a punishment or consequence. Sin has been around since the beginning of time, and has been defined in many different ways throughout history. The word sin is derived from the Latin word sinner, which means to miss the mark. This conveys the idea that when we sin, we have missed the mark of what is right and just. In the Judeo-Christian tradition, sin is described as an offense against God's law. The Bible states in 1 John 3:4, "Whoever commits sin transgresses the law, for sin is the transgression of the law." In the Christian tradition, sin is broken down into two categories, venial and mortal. Venial sins are those which can be forgiven through repentance and prayer. Mortal sins, on the other hand, are more serious and require absolution from a priest in order to be forgiven. Examples of mortal sins in Christianity include murder, adultery, and lying. In the Islamic faith, sin is referred to as zulm, which means oppression or tyranny. It is believed that any action or thought contrary to the teachings of God is considered a sin. Examples of sins in Islam include drinking alcohol, not praying on time, and engaging in premarital sex. In Hinduism, sin is defined as any action that goes against the moral order of the universe. It is believed that these actions will have negative consequences, not only in this life, but in future lives as well. Examples of sins in Hinduism include killing, stealing, and lying. Regardless of the faith, sin is seen as an action that goes against the natural order of things. It is a violation of a higher law that can cause both physical and spiritual consequences. In Christianity, sin can lead to separation from God and the possibility of eternal damnation. In Islam, sin can lead to punishment from Allah, and the possibility of being barred from paradise. In Hinduism, sin can lead to the consequences of karma and the possibility of being reborn in a lower form. In conclusion, sin is an act that goes against the moral law of a particular religion, belief system, or culture. It is seen as a violation of a higher law that can lead to both physical and spiritual consequences. The various religions of the world view sin in different ways, but ultimately agree that it is an action that should be avoided in order to lead a righteous life.